Hey guys, welcome to the Crypto is Coming channel. This video will be about Cardano, specifically focusing on Project Catalyst. I will be covering what is Project Catalyst, what are the goals of Project Catalyst, and then what's the current status of it. But before we jump into looking at Project Catalyst, I did want to talk about some scams. So the amount of scams involving Cardano has definitely increased lately, with there being constant live streams on YouTube and people on Telegram trying to scam people out of their Cardano. So I just wanted to make a reminder, just like the Cardano Foundation here, and say that there is never a time where somebody will give you free ADA. Do not ever send ADA with a promise of getting some back. Nobody at Cardano or IOHK or anything like that will ever ask you for ADA. So just be smart with your cryptocurrencies, because if you do send it off to somebody, you likely will never get it back. The first thing we're going to look at is a blog post from IOHK dating back to September 15th. So this post was the announcement of the first public fund involved with Project Catalyst. So Project Catalyst is Cardano's first step into on-chain governance with utilization of community involvement and the distribution of treasury funds. So basically Project Catalyst is going to become the governance structure of Cardano, but is currently being used as a way to fund projects proposed by the community to improve the Cardano ecosystem. So following their timeline, Fund 0 was a first internal experiment where input-output team members were the ones that acted and submitted proposals and voted. Following this internal test, Fund 1 was launched, where they invited 50 volunteers of the community to help them develop their platform. And then in September of last year, they announced their first public fund, Fund 2. And this was the first time where you could register to vote through Daedalus and participate in submitting proposals. So as I said earlier, Project Catalyst is the first step towards Voltaire, which is their full governance structure and is the final piece of their roadmap. So once this is implemented fully on the Cardano ecosystem, Cardano will be fully decentralized because the block producing will be fully decentralized, and then the trajectory of the ecosystem will then be in the hands of the community. So this platform will expand beyond Project Catalyst. So it won't be just about funding development on Cardano. It will be about Cardano holders being able to actually have input in how the ecosystem is run, whether this is controlling how stake pools operate or transaction fees or things like that. So this is a huge step in becoming fully decentralized and is a great way to make the system better. So as I said earlier, Project Catalyst is the first step of the Voltaire part of the Cardano Roadmap, which is the final part. So if we look at the full Cardano Roadmap, we see that Byron was the first one, which is the foundation of Cardano. Then last year, Shelly, which is where we moved towards decentralization through proof of stake and the implementation of stake pools. And kind of the culmination of Shelly will happen at the end of the month when D equals 0. And this is the first half of decentralization. We also started last year the movement into the Goguen mainnet. So this is smart contracts. And we've already had 2 of the 3 hard forks related to the Goguen mainnet, with the final one coming in Q2 of this year. And that is when there will be full smart contract support on Cardano. The next part of the roadmap is Basho, and it is the scaling. So as the Cardano platform grows, as there's more users, as there's more transactions, things will have to change. And so the next step after smart contracts is working at scaling Cardano from the millions to the billions. And then lastly is Voltaire, or governance, which is what Project Catalyst is part of. So once you have all the foundation and everything in place, the governance model will hand the control of the ecosystem over to the people who participate in it, so people that hold ADA. And Project Catalyst is a way for the people that do hold ADA to propose and curate the ideas that get funded. So if staying up to date about Project Catalyst is something you're interested in, I recommend you head over to the IOHK YouTube page, and they do a weekly town hall where they talk all about Project Catalyst. They talk about the upcoming funds, as well as people that have already won funds and updates on their projects. So they do these every week on, I believe, Wednesdays. So make sure you head over to the YouTube page and check those out. The next thing we're going to look at is just the slides from the most recent town hall update, show you the current status of both Fund 3 and Fund 4. So here's kind of the main points from the town hall. The voting for Fund 3, which is the second public fund, is currently underway, and this fund is a total of $1 million US. Voting for people on Daedalus ends on March 24th. And then due to a issue with yoroi voting, there will be a special voting period for yoroi, which I will show here later on a future slide. They're also opening up community advisors for Fund 3. So once the proposals are voted on for Fund 3, the community advisors will give proposal feedback to the people who have submitted them. And then the winning projects will be funded around April 4th. And if you're looking at, and if you want to look into some of, and if you want to look at some presentations by some of the Fund 2 funded projects, you can actually head over to this video or these slides, which are linked in the video, and you can see an update from 2 of the projects here. So a little update on the yoroi issue that I mentioned. So there was an issue with the wallet where it was not allowing people to vote, and they did fix the issue. However, they weren't able to open up voting without it interrupting other people's voting on places like Daedalus. So there is now a special voting timeline for anyone that had the issue. So if you are on yoroi wallet and you could not vote, you can vote between 7 p.m. UTC on March 26th and 7 p.m. UTC on March 29th. So make sure you're holding on to your QR and PIN code, because you will have to use it in that time frame to cast your votes. Next, they showed some really cool statistics about where they are and where they want to go with Project Catalyst. So currently in Fund 4, the overall funding is around $1 million. And the goal by the end of the year is to have this fund up to $15 million per. Next, on Idea Scale, which is where the proposals are placed, they have 15,000 users with their goal for the end of the year, 20,000. So I think it is very likely that they will hit this very soon. The next statistic is the percentage of people holding ADA that vote. So currently that is sitting at about 10%, with a hope of that reaching 50%. The next statistic is the number of unique voters. So they are currently at 20,000 unique voters, which was actually their goal for the whole year. So they have now changed their goal to get 40,000 unique voters by the end of the year. For Fund 3, there was 238 people that proposed ideas, and their goal for the end of the year is to get 1,000 people proposing. And there also currently is 160 community advisors. So as I said in one of the previous slides, the community advisors are volunteers who will go and help people that have made proposals to make them better. And then the last thing is their viewers on their weekly updates. So on these weekly update videos, as I just showed, their goal was to hit 5,000 viewers per video, and they're currently averaging about 7,000 views per video. So now their yearly goal is to hit 10,000 views per video. I think with all these other milestones they're reaching and all the constant progress they're making, that they will definitely exceed a lot of these expectations by the end of the year. So that's just a quick rundown on what Project Catalyst is, and also the current status of the funds. So if you missed out on registering to vote for Fund 3, make sure you keep an eye out for Fund 4 and register on either Daedalus or yoroi wallet, and participate in making the Cardano ecosystem better and helping us get closer to a fully decentralized ecosystem. And just a reminder to head over to their YouTube page to stay up to date on their weekly town halls. That concludes my video today. I just wanted to put a reminder here at the end of the video that I am currently doing a giveaway for hitting 500 subscribers. So if you head over to my channel, I do have a video talking about how to enter the giveaway, where I'm giving away 2,500 Spark Point. So head over there and check that out if you're interested, and I really appreciate everyone checking out my videos. See you in the next video.